2025 and 2010s Morgan is so happy to hear me say,
MAC is back, you guys.
Over the last couple of years, MAC has like completely re-strategized their marketing, and let me tell ya, it's working on me. They are re-releasing, reformulating, re-promoting these older formulas, and they're honestly killing it. I have actually added a few MAC favorites into my favorites list over the last couple of years. And did you see they're coming to Sephora? I never thought I would see the day. It's just like, if you were a fan of MAC in the 2010s, they thought their didn't stink. You know what I mean? So they were not coming to Sephora, but I can't believe it. And I think it's great news. I think MAC is going to be on the rise. They're coming out with more viral products. And the stuff that they're launching is not only good, but it's actually inspiring. And it's bringing back the nostalgia in this old lady over here. If if you're in your later 20s and older, I'm sure you were here for the era where MAC was the brand. Like, it was the makeup brand back in the day on social media, before social media was like a whole career and stuff. MAC videos were huge. As a teen, I used to yearn to buy anything from MAC. Like, I remember I would covet a single eyeshadow. So anyways, that's why I'm really excited for today's video, because I'm going to talk about two of the newest collections from MAC. I got a sack of MAC in PR, which so grateful for. I mean, for the nostalgia of anything, like, this is making 15-year-old Morgan's dream come true. Actually, to keep the vibes going, you know what perfume I reached for today? Good old Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy. And let me tell you, it smells like the times when MAC is the brand. I'm putting on my Woodwinked eyeshadow. This smells good still. Like, I really like it. But anyways, for the MAC collections that we're covering today, I'm gonna cover some of the new pieces from their holiday collection. Not the kits, but like the individual new pieces and formula. And then they also just launched a collection that speaks very near and dear to my heart, a Dazzle collection. So we're getting some dazzling, glimmering, shimmering products today. A lot of products for the eyes. I only have 2 eyeballs, so I figured today would be a little bit more of a swatch and sip style video. So pause. Grab a drink. We're going to look at some pretty shadows. I'm going to try on what I can. Boring. My sip today is a big old jug of water. Because of my GD, I'm trying not to drink too much of anything that isn't water. I already had my coffee for the day, so I'm out. Cheers. Anyways, doesn't matter. We have some pretty makeup to perk me up, man. Okay, so I'll have timestamps, but the first thing that we're going to start off with is the MAC holiday collection. This is what their promo is looking like for me. We have a new Jelly Shine eyeshadow formula. We have Bounce and Gleam highlighters. And if you go on the MAC website, I will link the page for you for their gifting. For their holiday collection, they have all types of kits, you see all of that for the holidays. I don't have any of those. I have the individual makeup items that you'll see in this mint green packaging, but bring back the days where people would line up and wait for the MAC collection drops. I used to go crazy over the holiday collections, so I'm actually very excited for this one. It's not like super themed, but let's get into what I have. So in their holiday collection, what I have are the Bounce and Gleam highlighters. I'm very excited to get my fingers in the new Jelly Shine eyeshadows, their new holiday edition sleek satin lipsticks, this sugar crystal lip oil stick, which looks insane. I don't want to touch it. And they also have some new shades of the lip glass non-sticky glosses. So we have some new formulas and new colors to play with. First, Let's start off with the Bounce and Gleam highlighters. These are really cute. They just come in this mint green packaging. It's the standard component from MAC, just in a new shade and then with the design as well. There are 3 shades that they launched. We have Candied Copper. Wow. Now these are a bouncy putty formula. Butter Gleam. This has the potential to look really smooth and beautiful. And this one goes with that minty theme of the collection, Investment. These feel really thin, not chunky at all. I don't know about this shade, but we'll give it a try. So these limited edition shades are going to be $36 each. Obviously, Candied Copper is going to be for deeper complexions, or if you're lighter like me, we're going to give it a go as a blush. I'm not really sold on the whole putty blush cheek situation, but I have come across some nicer formulas. I'd imagine as the formulas with it trending in K-beauty have become more readily available, so they're getting better. And actually, this makes a gorgeous blush. It's very sheer on me, which I like because it looks like it could be quite intimidating, but do keep that in mind if you are interested in this shade. I mean, you can see here, swatches very sheer with it being a highlighter. I actually don't notice it emphasizing texture or anything. It's quite pretty. I probably wouldn't go out of my way to recommend it to you guys, but it does work as a blush. I want to see Butter Gleam though as my highlighter today. So I did just wipe off this brush, by the way. And so let's see. You know, I'm not a fan of highlighters in like a cream form, but this is looking okay. It's quite subtle, which I prefer that over it breaking up my makeup. Yeah, you get more oomph if you use the finger. It adds a little bit of a natural glow from within. It's not going to be anything beaming, but very pretty, very soft. I guess I'll try the mint shade. Let's see. This is not going to be for everybody. No, including myself. Looks a little sickly on me. It's fun because it's for the collection, but unless I'm doing green looks often, I don't see myself reaching for this one again, but I do like the Butter Gleam shade if I had to pick. Not a style formula for me when it comes to highlighters though. I do think the performance is very nice, especially with the Candied Copper. I'm actually quite impressed that it doesn't look like a highlighter on my cheek. So quality here is good. It is still $36. I think there's some more fun things in this collection, but that's the first item. Now, what I was most intrigued to try with this collection was the Jelly Shine eyeshadows. These are $30 each. They apparently have a jelly-like formula in these limited edition holiday shades, and I cannot wait to dig my finger into one of these. The packaging matches up with how the highlighters were, so let's see. There's Ice List, which has this pink with a gold iridescence. Does not feel jelly, you guys. Does not feel wet at all. Interesting. It just feels like a powder glitter eyeshadow. So this one has a sheer base with those glimmers. Okay. I love this name, Glimmer for Breakfast. Yes, please. And these are formulated in Italy, which makes sense. That's how they're... Italy just has these fine glimmer pearls. These are all quite subtle, I would say. And the last shadow is Sparkle. Interesting. So these shades, they're all very beautiful. I don't think you're going to need all of them because they look like they're going to pull more on the sheer side, but they look just great for everyday wearable glimmers. Let's try them. But jelly-like formula. They don't feel like jelly. They literally feel like, I don't know if you could see, they literally just feel like a powder eyeshadow, which is fine by me. Obviously, I only have 2 eyeballs, and if you see what I have going on next to me, I have a lot of other eyeshadows to try. So I'm just gonna go for Ice List, because that's the most unique shade. I'm gonna use my ring finger, blending out my concealer here. Just press this on. I don't have any glitter glue on. However, I did not set my concealer. So my eyelid does have some tack here. I mean, this is gorgeous. I've always loved the MAC glitter eyeshadow formula, and this is one of those formulas where there is not a base color, but you're going to be able to get really easy, effortless glimmer eyeshadow. It's not chunky, it's very, very thin, very beautiful. I have some of their new eyeshadows coming up from the Dazzle collection, so we'll see how these jelly eyeshadows are. They're not jelly, but they are very, very pretty nonetheless. And then let's quickly cover their new lip formulas. So they launched 3 new shades of the Sleek Satin lipsticks. I only have one, and I'm not going to use it because I think this color is going to look terrible on me. But I have the shade Unexpected Red. Just so you can see the packaging here, it's this gorgeous MAC minty green bullet component with some glimmers. And as you can see, they all have this beautiful mold. But red orange is not the color for me, so I'm going to give this away. I don't want to try this one on, but I wanted to show you. And then there's also 2 additional shades that look a lot more wearable. I like the other shades better. Future Beige sounds like it would have been for me. Now this one, I almost don't want to touch. It's so beautiful. This is $28. It's the Sugar Crystal Lip Oil Stick. Here's what the packaging looks like. Still that gorgeous minty green glitter packaging. I don't think you're ready for this. What the heck? It's clear. I can literally see through it. An oil stick. It has like purple iridescence. It's this exclusive lilac shade. Let's see. I just have a little bit of, I think, Anywhere Caffeine on just to give my lips some shape. Okay. Okay, so it's clear with this lilac iridescence to it. Interesting. And you know what? It's kind of melting the more I layer it on. So it's putting a thicker layer of the oil, but it's still very thin. Still very lightweight, but adds the most subtle lilac iridescence. Probably not a necessity product, but it's really gorgeous, very fun, and very hydrating. It's almost just like a chapstick. Smoother than a chapstick though, with that very subtle lilac iridescence. Interesting. This is a fun little holiday drop. The last product that I have from the holiday collection are the Lip Glass Air Non-Sticky Glosses. They're $25 each. They launched 3 holiday exclusive shades. I have the shade Twinkle Taupe. And this is a pretty new formula from MAC. Not my favorite formula though. These are just a bit too thin for my preferences. I also have a shade already of this that looks very similar. So this is another product where I'm personally choosing not to keep it for myself. So I won't be swatching it. But they also have a minty shade and then a lighter pink shade in Frozen, which looks really nice. The lip stuff, beautiful as they are, they have that gorgeous holiday theme going on. I wasn't as excited for them in this collection, but that's everything that I have from their holiday collection. And I mean, I think they really killed it on the formula of the highlighters. They're very, very good. If there's a color that calls out to you and you like a cream highlighter or like a putty highlighter, even though I'm not regularly a fan, I think the formula is very high quality. And I think the eyeshadows, really, really gorgeous. Just don't get confused by the jelly-like description because they really are not jelly-like. It's a powder. Beautiful, but it's a powder. Let's move on to the Dazzle collection. Does that just not already sound amazing? So for their Dazzle collection, we have some new Dazzle liquid eyeshadows in a new metallic finish. We have some new shades of some glitter and metallic eyeshadows, as well as a new Shade Shift Chrome formula, which I'll put on my eyes. And then we also have the new DazzleLips Crayons, which I'll swatch some of those today for you. I think to start off, we'll do the eyeshadows because let me show you a little piece of heaven.
Oh my goodness.
I got some shadows to swatch, you guys. So all of these, like I said, are in the Dazzle collection. Some are existing shades, some are never before seen or heard. They're brand new shades, and then we have a whole new finish. We'll start off with the new metallic finishes that I have. The packaging of these has really gotten more sleek. Remember, they used to be a little thicker. I don't know when they changed that, but let's do the metallic ones. Feels nice and creamy. We have Blueprint, really pretty shimmering navy. This is After Party, very smooth, beautiful for the holidays. You know, Joy de Glitz is right up my alley. Oh yeah, for sure. This is Yes to Sequins. This has a little bit of a golden pink shift. Really pretty for my neutral lovers. Bust, nice grayish taupe shade. Again, really pretty. And then finally we have Locket. This one has a little bit more reflex in there. For being the Dazzle collection, I'm not gonna lie, the metallic is a little flatter than I thought, but they're pretty shimmer shadows. Now let's move on to their glitter finish. So we have Try Me On, feeling smoother than I thought. Not very glittery, I don't think. Slow, Fast, Slow, pretty fall color. We have some reflex in there. Pink Lightning, really subtle glitters in that one too. I like To Watch. These have a very thin consistency. They're not like creamy, they're more smooth and silky. Last Dance. This one has a little bit of iridescence to it, kind of a softer base. Shine Delight. This one looks like it will have a softer base as well. A little brighter, but it has a pink shift right there. And Twinkle, which has a little bit of a green shift, but these are all very light iridescent shades. Overall, the metallic shades gave me more than the glitter shades. The glitter shades they're not very glittery, you guys. So just keep that in mind. I mean, looking at them, you can see the most subtle reflex, not anything I would call glitters, but they give a little bit of a scattered effect, but they're pushing it with that name. Yeah. Now these two look interesting. This is the new formula from them, the new finish, the Shade Shift Chrome. These are also an additional $2 more, making them $28 each. There's also a third shade. I don't have it. But this is supposed to give high impact chrome finish with an iridescent color. So Venom right here, which is sold out by the way, is a red pearl that flips orange bronze. It has a really creamy thick consistency, but still nice and thin, like an indie kind of multi-chrome shadow. Look at that. Okay, I see why these are $2 more. These formulas, you're gonna like these if you like these colors. So this is Ethereal, and it's a blue pearl that flips teal violet. Oh, you definitely see that. And you see how much is coming on my finger? Okay. I mean, look at this difference. This new formula, real beautiful. All right, which one should we put on? This Venom, I feel like I have a lot of shades like, so I'm gonna try Ethereal. I know it's not gonna really go with my look, but I need to see the application on this. Not messy at all. It's not chunky like sometimes multi-chrome shifty shades can be, but the trade-off to that is I am building it up a wee bit more, and then we'll blend the edges here. Now, I feel like this is MAC's take on the trendy multi-chrome formula. Is it beating the indie brands? No. So do keep that in mind, $28. But for it being MAC, it's nice. It's looking a little patchy, but that's because I didn't properly prepare for this and have the appropriate background color. Definitely not as impactful as what you'd get with indie, but they took a whack at it, and I see the vision. But if you really are in it for multi-chrome shades, skip MAC, go with indie. But the option is available to you. Even though I look kind of crazy right now. You know what? Now that I'm kind of in between takes and taking a closer look, The Shade Shift Chrome, I see what they were trying to do, but it definitely is not as impressive as what you can get elsewhere, especially since it's $28. Honestly, you guys, of this Dazzle collection shades that they sent me, what is actually more glittery is the Jelly Shadows, the Jelly Shine Shadows. So if you ask me, those Jelly Shine Shadows are the true glitters. I'm just taking these off because we're going to play with some of the new DazzleShadow Liquids in a second. But wanted to give you those thoughts now that I'm assessing nice and closely. Now we're going to play with the DazzleShadow Liquids. Now these are supposed to be non-creasing and they come in metallic and glitter finishes. You can probably guess which shades are not me, right? These two right here. This is Telepathic Teal and Fuchsia Future. I just know I'm never going to use these shades, so these are better off being gifted. But I'll show you the other ones that I really like. And all three of them happen to be the glitter finishes. The other two were metallic. So this is Crumbled Diamonds, which is pretty sheer, but it has blue and purple shifting glitters. Cool. Beaming Brighter. Ooh. Oh. This one does have a base. This one's gonna have to go all over my eye. 100%. This one looks rather glittery. This is Champagne Trail. A little bit more taupey with some more scattered glitters in there. Ooh, I like the way these look. You know we're gonna go for the bottom two. Let's do Champagne Trail. And these are cool. Oh, this is so 2018, but cut creases. This would make a cut crease so easily. Now this one doesn't have as much of a base, so it might actually be really pretty layered over top of a powder shadow. I feel like it looked like it had more of a base, but I can see my skin through when I use the applicator, the doe foot, to apply it. That's pretty. I was hoping it would have more of a base. Beaming Brighter, don't let me down, because it's swatched like a dream. Oh, very pretty, but I feel like it does lose a little bit of the base as you apply it. Now I'm curious about the metallics, if they have more of a base, but I don't want to try them for no reason. So these glitter ones are going to be nice over a base shade if you want a base, but not that they aren't pretty on their own. They are, but the Beaming Brighter is definitely my favorite, and it does have a little bit more of a base color to it. Very cool, very cool. But just some things to note here. Okay, last formula to play with today are the DazzleLips Crayons. They're $28 each. I truly am not sure how many of these I'm going to end up opening because I don't know that this is a product super up my alley. Some of these shades in MAC fashion, like they went there. They're supposed to be an ultra smooth lip crayon that provides prismatic color payoff and a mega metallic finish in a comfy, balmy formula. And they have so many different colors, you guys. So let's try one. We'll start off with this one right here, Moon Rocket. Doesn't seem to have that much color to it. Okay. Wait, this is kind of cool. It's got a twist up. Okay, it looks crusty, but the vision, right? I would have cleaned my lips up better with a dark brown lip liner. That could be cool. I don't hate it. I really don't. I see a vision for this. It doesn't feel drying. It looks more drying than it is. But when we get into the deeper colors, let's try a deeper color. This is Red Halo. It's kind of magenta. Okay. Wait, I love this. This is a stunning holiday lip. You don't need to have a lip liner, but you can balance it out a little bit with just a little bit of a matte, deeper lip liner. And you can see the glitters. It's not obnoxious, but I like how it's kind of matte with the glitter flecks in there. Wait, I really like this. This is Mauve Matter, and it's a mauve shade with gold in there. Wow. So some of these are 100% going to need a lip liner, but I love how the gold is there. These are cool for a statement look this holiday season. Okay, I'm experimenting. This is just what I had near me. Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. I feel like this is going to be a good background. Or Lightning Bug. So the swatches here look pretty pathetic, but they're way cooler on the lips. Yup. Like this needed that background. These are cool. Very cool. This is Chandelier. They say it's a rose gold bronze. With Pearl, I have a little bit of residual lip liner. This one's my favorite. The gold glitters are so strong, and you might hate the look of this because it can emphasize dryness. I like it. I was totally gonna give away this Lunar Violet, but I feel like it might be so cool. I can't help it. Okay, I should have given it away. No, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't think I'll ever wear this, but it's awesome. Cosmic Plum has already sold out. Let's see what this one is about. It's a warm tone, dark with pearl. Has a blue pearl in there. It has the strongest base color. The application to these are so easy. Not my personal style, but this is such a cool vampy lip for fall. Grapeful. This one has a strong base. You can kind of soften it by just rubbing your lips together, or you could probably really build up the depth. I love this. Oh my god, I would have worn this in college. So many occasions. I loved lip colors like these. Crown Jewel. This one is pretty much clear with just some gold glitters. I know I have some residual on the outside of my lips of that Grateful. That's actually pretty too, with a lip liner, right? Just for some... If you're buying the DazzleLips Crayons, I'm assuming you want some glitter on your lips. This does it in a way where it's still matte though, which is what I think makes it unique, because all of the glitters right now I feel like tend to be more on the glossy side. This just has a layer of like matte glitter. It's cool. Gemstone. I'm gonna like this one. Actually, maybe not. It's giving dead. But with the right look and the right lip liner, yeah, it's a cool tone gray. Like a greigey lip. Very grungy. I'm dying. I did not expect to try all these on for you, but that's how you know I'm loving it and having fun. This is Spaced Out. This one is more icy, like an icy pink. I didn't need this one. Yeah, but it's very icy. And then finally we have Candy Yum Yummy, which is a magenta. Let's see. It's just so pretty and sparkly. This, I think, makes my teeth look yellow though. So be warned if you don't have the brightest, whitest teeth. But this one is really sparkly. This is like another 2000s Nicki Minaj kind of lip. This one was my favorite product of the whole video. They don't swatch very nice, but you saw how they applied. What a fun, unique product and really well executed. It doesn't set down, but it is balmy, it is hydrating. Really unique. If you're into playing with your lip color, that's gonna be a fun addition. Okay, I went with Anywhere Caffeine lip liner and then the Lightning Bug. Love. Okay. There we have it, you guys. Those are some of the newest holiday launches from MAC. We have the holiday collection pieces, which At the end of it all, the Jelly Shine shadows ended up being, in my opinion, the best shadows in today's video. Even though I went through all of those Dazzle shadows that they sent over, I was a little underwhelmed by them for it being part of a Dazzle collection. The shadows themselves are fine. It's just not giving glitter. But the Jelly Shine shadows that aren't jelly, that are powder, I feel like had more glitter. The more I've sat with it, I mean, these Bounce and Gleam highlighters, very, very nice quality for a cream highlighter hater. I do like the DazzleShadow liquids. They're not crunchy on the eyelid and they do give very pretty glitter, but you don't need multiple shades. Like, I think if you like neutrals like me, Beaming Brighter is all you would need. It's a nice formula for sure. But for me, the standout of the new MAC launches, and it's not going to be for everybody, are the DazzleLips Crayons. They're just so unique, so well done. They're fun, and they're not going to be for everyone, but what an amazing product to experience. I really like those. I think they're so cool. So as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will have everything linked that I talked about in today's video down below, as well as tagged in YouTube shopping. Let me know if you've tried any of these new products out. What do you think? Is MAC back? And are you excited about it? I just feel like their launches over the last couple of years have actually been exciting. My favorite product that they've launched over the last couple of years is the Studio Radiance Concealer. This is such a milky, creamy, gorgeous concealer. I mean, I'm wearing MAC foundation today, MAC concealer, and I mean, I'm loving it. So I'm loving this era for MAC. I hope they keep improving their products and refining their line. I'm excited to see them in Sephora. And yeah, just a fun video talking about MAC here in 2025. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.